There are some Rasta fanatics in Jamaica.
Exactly.
Who will curse your mother, curse you, and curse everybody because you don't accept a perspective that them pushing. You see when the brethren them come and me shop with this tape, yeah, and I tell them, say, brethren, I'm not playing this tape on the radio, you know. The man them curse me, you know. Yeah, them curse me because them say, me don't want the people them hear the truth. But with Haile Selassie, I say, me say, but brethren, Haile Selassie don't talk this way. And the brethren them insist, say, but Haile Selassie can change up him accent to suit any occasion and all these things. I mean, I say, but wait, I want to tell the people them, you know, years ago, a tape come up in Jamaica, you know, there was a tape, and I remember distinctly, about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, me and some brethren have an argument over the tape. You know, the tape in question is a tape with a brethren talking to a little girl, or a little girl supposed to be interviewing a brethren on it. Now, because of what the contents of the tape, a lot of brethren in Jamaica was saying that is a little girl interviewing Haile Selassie. No, I remember this thing, and I call him name too, and I hope the other brethren who was with him. I remember Risto Benji. Well, I'm Risto Benji, a long time I don't hear from you, though. Long time I don't hear from Risto Benji. It's a serious thing. A long time I don't hear from Risto Benji. But Risto Benji have a brethren. Risto Benji have a brethren. Risto Benji have a brethren who, when we hear from the show, they them come on my shop and they say, boy, Muta, we have a tape here, you know, and you have to play this tape. Because this tape here are the greatest tape with His Majesty on it. I talk to this little girl. All of them go to Canada and all these things. So I say, all right. You know, me, that man, now, before me play the tape, I like hear it. I want to hear the tape before me play the tape on the radio. Cause, you know, me do it. Anyway, I put in the tape, you know, the cassette, and me I listen to the tape, and I turn to the brethren, and I say, brethren, this is no Haile Selassie Rasta. The man him say, oh, you mean I know Haile Selassie? You're the man Rasta. I said, no, I know Haile Selassie that Rasta. That is a brethren from the Caribbean. And they hear him accent, you know, say him come from the Caribbean. Them say, the brethren look for me and say, they don't know, say His Majesty can talk any language and any accent. I say, look, you know, I don't know illusion about His Majesty, you know, Rasta. This tape is not a tape of His Majesty's talking. And furthermore, the brethren and the tape talking about Canada and all these things. And I don't know if His Majesty go through the airport and nobody don't know. Okay, His Majesty go to Canada and authorities don't know. And the brethren, as a matter of fact, the brethren go as far as tell me, say, me I deny the power of Haile Selassie by saying I know Haile Selassie upon the tape. Well, you know, I'm going to play a part of the tape. And I want to tell you something, I have a shock for you, know. I have a shock for you, know. The person that is talking on the tape is in the studio with me tonight. And it's not Haile Selassie. It's not Haile Selassie. So, we want to play, look at this tape. We want to play a part of the tape. I pity I can't take the tape when the tape are tape. I have to take out this tape and play this tape because this tape not going to tape when this tape is tape in. It's a serious thing. Oh, we want to play a tape. We want to play the tape and look a part of the tape. Here we go.
Your Majesty, if there is really a God, why does He not speak to us?
Your question is a very complex one, of which we are greatly concerned. Firstly, it is necessary to note that there are many gods. Anyone or anything that is worshipped is called God, or a God. The Almighty Creator, on the other hand, is higher than the word God. The positive force is the God of all gods. And because this force is of the order of perfection, we will never qualify for the spoken omnipresence unless we raise our morality, readdressing ourselves to our original sense of values, to that which is paramount and supreme. Maintaining a balanced attitude, eating natural foods, and by obeying and observing all the commandments of the Holy Scriptures. In other words, we will be able to recognize our Father's voice, as have been proven by we ourselves, and by our forefathers, and by all the conquering lions of Judah, from Abraham, as from Adam, right down to us in our time.
What do you think about the devil?
We don't understand your question. We don't consider the negative force worthy of our thought wave. But it is only obvious that without such a force, the ambitions, powers of man would be limited, and there would be no temptations, no turning points, no bridges to cross, and no death. Therefore, there would obviously have to be no births, or else the earth would soon be crowded, and maybe many people could not get the chance to be here today. And there would be no balanced equilibrium.
Alright, the tape in question. We know whole heap of brethren, Waterhouse, Jews Land, Seaview Gardens, and enough man have that tape here play. We know brethren all over Vineyard Town, everywhere have that tape here play. The little girl say, His Majesty, Your Majesty, and everyone now put it to you. Now we have put it to you, say, that voice is not the voice of Haile Selassie. Man condition them thinking and them mind to believe these things, because they want to believe that Haile Selassie taught these ways. Brethren, good night, sir.
Blessed.
The brethren, which part of the brethren come from?
We grew up in Barbados.
You grew up in Barbados. The origin of this tape, we want the eye tell the ones them out there, because I know the eye is concerned about the tape.
Yes, we're greatly concerned, you know.
Yeah. Tell me the eye concerned.
The tape was created 13 years ago here in Jamaica. It was really an experiment, a royal experiment. And certain friends of ours got copies of the tape. And then after a few years, we heard the tape played all over the place, and people claimed it to be His Imperial Majesty, which is really not, it wasn't our intention to mislead the public at the time the tape was created, right? Actually, we made a tape on very mediocre.
Well, I think you can hear it.
Very mediocre material, right? And we thought it was great at the time, and we still think it's a nice tape, but we didn't feel that people would carry it all over the place and assume it to be the Emperor. Actually, my name is Majesty, Majesty Elohim Chalaka. So, the word Your Majesty in the tape
is really
I, you know? Yeah.
All right. You know, it's really weird to know that people want to believe what they want to believe. And I mean, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It causes a whole heap of friction, because there are some Rasta fanatics in Jamaica.
Exactly.
Who will curse your mother, curse you, and curse everybody because you don't accept a perspective that them pushing. You see, when the brethren them come and shop with this tape here, and I tell them, say, brethren, I'm not playing this tape on the radio, you know. The man them cuss me, you know. Yeah, them cuss me because them say, me don't want the people them hear the truth about what Haile Selassie I say. We say, but brethren, Haile Selassie don't talk this way. And the brethren them insist, say, but Haile Selassie can change up him accent to suit any occasion and all these things. I mean, I say, but wait, them man, it means not a Rasta, is them man, it's mad. Because now, it is want to make you start questioning yourself now, say, well, maybe you're not Rasta because you're not believing in the power of Haile Selassie.
It's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing. Yeah. And here's the brethren now who did the tape. You know, I remember the last reason and a half, you know, with some brethren up at my shop that I tell him, say, no, brethren, if you listen to the tape, you know, says a brethren from the Caribbean. You know, actually, I didn't believe so was a Trinidadian brethren, I do it still.
Yeah, the tape was a royal experiment.
Yeah.
You know,
when you say royal experiment, what did it really have in mind to do? I mean,
the illusion or the imagination was to try to bring to light what His Majesty would possibly be thinking on certain issues.
Okay.
So we fast for a while.
So who's the little girl? Who's the little girl on the tape?
The little girl became my wife.
Alright, we're going to come back to that. We're going to call the little girl become your wife. Alright, we're going to come back to that. Now, as we was talking about, for those of you who just join us, there's a tape that is circulated amongst certain brethren, Rasta brethren, with a brethren on it talking to a girl, a little girl, who I hear now say not a little girl, no. A lot of Rastas believe that His Majesty was interviewed by a little girl. Well, we have the brethren who is on the tape, in the studio with us, trying to tell us now how the tape originate. So we reached a part where we were saying, no, I was asking, who was the girl on the tape? And you were saying, no, the girl eventually become your wife.
Yes.
So it's really not a little girl by the tape.
Exactly.
It's not a little girl.
At that time, she was a school person, a person going to school.
How old?
Approximately 15 years old, 16 years old.
Okay. All right. I married to her eventually.
Yeah.
Why? Is this how things go? That is the creation of mythology, you know. That is how mythologies are created. Understand? And this is a good example of how certain things get handed down to us in biblical terms. You know, people pass on one thing as fact. The thing will get repeated, is it more it become a fact.
Right.
And as with the Virgin same just do it as an experiment.
Yes, it was an experiment.
Yeah, I refer to myself as His Majesty, and I say it's the I name. My
name is Majesty Elohim Talaka.
Majesty Elohim
Talaka.
Okay.
Right? The imagination at the time was a young person interviewing an emperor, or interviewing the spirit of the emperor.
Okay.
That was the illusion at the time the tape was created. But as you said before, the tape was created as an experiment. You know? There are times in life when people experiment with different things. Some people experiment with animals, some people experiment with birds, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, at that time in our history, we were experimenting with personality. Royal personality.
Okay.
Black royalty.
Okay.
And the information that came out on the tape is really, really powerful.
Yeah, well, it's powerful information. You know, the information is not in question. Is why, you see, when Rastas listen to it, when these Rastas listen to it, they are feeling that they have the same thinking. They are sharing the same sentiment.
Right.
But to hear it coming now from Haile Selassie to them, validate it more in their thinking.
Right.
See, a man wants to know that Haile Selassie say what him thinking of. All right, Risto Benji there on the line. All right, we have put Risto Benji, because this is one of the brethren there who was with the brethren who me talk about, who was cussing me because I said it's not Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
So I'll put him on the radar. You see, Rastas have a whole heap of things in their mind, just like any other people who relate to certain religious and spiritual connection. So, to validate what them say, or validate what him say, he really need to hear something else about what him say.
Exactly.
Now, if he hear a tape, and a little girl that talk about His Majesty, it really feel good in himself. It's like it make him feel good to know, say, right, to hear His Majesty. I said the same thing when me having in my mind.
The serious thing.
You see? But in ignorance now in terms of dialect. You see? It's ignorance now, you know. You can't reach ignorance now when you hear the dialect, you know. And a man who know His Majesty dialect would know say that is not His Majesty.
Right.
But because you are in the illusion.
Most man place no limitation on His Majesty.
That is what I have to know.
Right.
If don't place in an illusion now, if don't place no limitation for His Majesty.
Yeah.
So he must say now His Majesty can conjure up a dialect or an accent that suit anybody.
Right.
So when him hear it now, him say, and then His Majesty that, and you don't believe it now, him declare you false, Rasta.
Right. And we're not denying that His Majesty most likely have all this power. But the fact remains is that it was not the Honorable Emperor that made the tape.
Yeah.
That is the fact.
Okay. All right. Continue. Blessed my Lord.
Yes, Haile.
Oh, you do, sir?
Last year,
Long time I don't hear from you.
See?
You threw me away?
Yeah, I'm more straight, man. I listen to you all the time.
Risto Benji, you threw me away, man.
No, man, I'm for do that, man.
All right, brethren. Welcome to your brethren.
Oh, Irene.
The brethren in question will bring the tape.
Yeah, I want to say, I know better idea, I hear the eye, I'm going to shout him, you know.
Him a
So
listen?
like him all the pass out and he must be up on the road and deal with some things to get some strength. You know?
Oh, so you're not getting in contact with him?
No.
But I love him hear this reason.
But the word sounds still. As well I must say, every good word come from Haile Selassie still.
Yes.
You see what I say?
Yes.
But even the individual we are speaking,
Yes.
probably honor His Majesty just like how Haile Selassie work through the eye.
Yeah, well, no. So what is in question now is that I remember the brethren, I had him nearly fall out feet.
Sure.
Because I tell him, say, I now played on the radio because it's not His Majesty. I was there too.
Sure.
The I call it here. Down at Dumfries Road.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, no, this virgin has clarified the whole thing. Say, the little girl, as we did after the girl planet, became his wife. His virgin sit down in front of him, it's his wife, and him attack on tape.
Yeah?
Yes, so we want, yes. So we want to put that tape to rest now.
Yeah.
The clarification of that tape circulating in Jamaica, that voice is the voice of His Majesty. We want to put that to rest.
Not sure.
Because the brethren who make the tape is sitting down right in front of it, Majesty name.
But the Haile Selassie I give him such power still.
No, wait, man. Haile Selassie give everybody power, man. Don't complicate it again, you know, Benji.
Yeah.
Don't complicate the issue again, you know, Benji. Yeah, we just have to say, the voice. We're not talking about what is said.
Yeah, the voice, the individual.
The individual will make the
Haile
deal.
Selassie.
It's not Haile Selassie. It's not the one. Yeah. So, Benji, for the light alone now, how the eye do?
Yeah, man, I have some, I hear the new thing them.
No. So nobody not, so you don't come on my shop, come give me no record again.
It's like,
well, you think I'm not okay?
Thing from the eye, but I told me the about you, I do some work. You know, hear the thing when they 50 prisoners them broke out.
Give me a little piece right now.
The one of me I say, right now, this time I feel worry about. And the 50 prisoner when me here broke out. Right now, and this time I feel worry about. And custom broke out, I them get paid for let them out. Right now, this time I feel worry about. And the 50 prisoner when me here broke out. Right now, and this time I feel worry about. And custom broke out, I them get paid for let them out. No, commissioner police better open them mouth. Ask the police them if them sell out. And ask the soldier man them if them buy out. And ask the one of them if them after can come out. Cause it seems like Batman rub butt up on them out. And them carry them in, that mean that them let them out. How comes me here 50 prisoners broke out? That's why me have to shout. That one your name right now. Is the way I say? And them carry them in, that mean that them let them out.
Yes, Benji, them what they are leak, Yes.
Cause me know you're not DJ. And the little one when the elephant man, them a run some serious joke from where they
No, you are no, Benji. No, Benji. You me say to elephant man now. He must have watchman foot.
Hear this.
He must have watchman foot.
Them not talk no lyrics, cause them not have no good punchline, no good topic, them sick. None of them not talk no lyrics. The whole of them attack and miss. Have a little DJ when name keep rich. Where they me him do a idiot music. But still I see I that and still I see I this. And no key pretend did I take a trip and when him looking at the ship no be him and I steer it. Tell me if elephant man them no sick. I watch Beanie Man football save a drumstick. And I go on like a Beanie Man him want to kiss. Tell me if I truth and tell me if I lie. This is the elephant man I move like a guy. Cause him I watch Muta foot and I watch Arkai eye. And I talk about Fargo Vice, no fi try but
No. Yes, Benji. Yes, Benji. You're working with that man. You're working. Hey.
Anyway, me see them man, red zone, I go lick them man.
So wait there, Benji.
Yeah.
Where you there with them lyrics there? Over there. Them lyrics are never retired.
Certain thing, them are giving enough fight, man.
No, man, nobody not giving enough fight, man. Drop them. Wait, you produce out the real wire, you Benji, you know.
You don't know, we have to get them out. A man like you. To expose certain thing onto the world. That's what me I say.
Well, I tell you.
The eye now get the right ear play with the eye fair get, you know.
That's how it go.
I tell you the truth, you know.
We not complain.
The eye word sound them is powerful, but we give thanks to the little that we hear.
Truth.
Because the little that I and I have is better than the riches of many wicked and fool out there.
Benji.
You see?
Me love them two lyrics there.
Yeah, man.
Where you say 50 prisoner bus out, I want them to put the water them sell out.
Yeah. And I broke them broke out, them can't just broke out.
They must say I drink too much stout. They must say I drink too much stout.
You see what me I say? I'll in that part when me I say, tell me if I lie and tell me if I joke. When they them take a baby and them cut the baby throat, cut the baby belly and put in what if a coke. You see them find the baby out of airport.
Yes, a true thing.
And a baby them a thief round you know.
So what you say? Elephant man I watch my food. I watch Arkai teeth.
Why am I watch so much man? I love Beanie Man foot save a drumstick.
Why am I watch him is a foot watcher?
He's a foot man, you know.
Alright, brethren.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
Last year I love to the whole world because them are listening up on the internet.
Yes. And you too, hey, your tune just gone off Japan and Australia and Germany a while ago, you know.
You see it?
All right, brethren. You don't record it and it's gone over there.
That's to FM.
Alright.
See the strength going, Mr. Young.
Alright. Yes. Yeah, man. Restore Benji, man. Restore Benji. Yeah, that is a brethren, I tell you, say. Him next brethren, is me and him going to clash up because of that tape there, where you don't start about. You know, it's a serious thing. So we're glad for the clarification, brethren.
Right now, selling the pop right now.
Yeah, because them peace and majesty. Yes. Well, me don't know why you not get no money off it. We do, but this is what we have to know. It's going to put to rest all of these things now. This night, tonight, we're going to put to rest all of these little follies, these little foolishness. Yeah. Where's that, Chris? More? Chris, understand that, so. Alright, Chris. Yes. Yeah, so that put to rest, that concept. The brethren who make the tape is here in the studio with me. This tape is in question. We're not questioning what is on the tape, we're questioning who is on the tape. The brethren says he made the tape. We do have no feelings to say is His Majesty on the tape, because that obviously is an accent from the Caribbean. The brethren wife, as a matter of fact, the sister on the tape became his wife eventually. So we put to rest that. This is the cutting edge.
Cultures come out of the ways of the people, and the ways of the people bring forth spirituality. Certain experiences allow you to do things a certain way, wear a certain kind of clothes, eat a certain kind of way, them way there, and live a certain kind of way. That is a culture, and out of that culture come spirituality, and then what you call religion. One religion can't rule the world, because religion come out of culture, behavior of people. That's where religion come from. So we must understand that before we start say, for instance, no war are going down there, so people are say the God of Israel is the chosen people. Which people is chosen? So the creator, according to what people are called creator, the creator of heaven and earth, in a little peripheral place in the world, exing out all of the people in the world. And you're going to tell me now, say, this thing where you call God will create heaven and earth, pick out a little people down in the east part of Africa, they saw, and said them are the chosen people. And all of the people them all over the rest part of the world now must bow to those people. It's crazy. It's crazy, them thinking there. Crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Blessed man.
Ali, Rastafari.
Ali.
Yeah, man. Blessed love to this year 2024 to you and your fellow people at Area FM.
Good time.
I want to say I love how you start the program tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's truly Rastafari. A Rastafari walk. And I love that, Muta tonight is the first hygiene, you're the first individual, you're the first one that echoes something I've always said from I start walk Rastafari, that Rastafari is not a religion. And, this is, say 2024 is a revolutionary time for Rastafari. Because
what give you the impression that it's going to be a revolution?
What gave me the impression that what?
That 2024 is a different year in terms of Rasta revolution.
Because, as I say, you are the first one.
No, but most Rasta say that,
No, it's a part, it's who you're exposed to it still.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I do see that on the airwaves and internet, but I not follow all them things because I not have that age to the point, the thing and what's going on. But yes, I see that. I'm hearing back. I'm getting back. I'm getting that vibration. I come forward. However, as I would call myself an elder because of my age.
Okay.
I want to see the walk. Muta, I want to see the walk. I hear the talk all the time. And I have seen young ones come into Rastafari and it's them upon the talk and the fire burn. And we are bonfire still, because we are bonfire. Yeah? But walk with the bonfire. And because we have not been walking with the bonfire, we have not really been protesting, Muta. Just we as Rastafari and we as a Jamaican people have not been protesting. We sit down and we take it and we take it and we take it. And right now, Muta, me think every single Jamaican, everyone, me not care what I believe in, back is against the wall. We love Jamaica. We have so for Jamaica, but we have struggled to find a future for our generation. Because the people them that is in place, and me not talk politics now, you know. Me not talk green or orange. Me I just talk the people. All the way. Me not say all the way. Me refuse to all the way. Me come in and eat with them. But all of them, Muta, down to the simplest thing in our vibration in life, people are compromising.
Yes.
And once you compromise, you corrupt. And Rastafari, we have held strong and we have not compromised. Just like you said, if you say Rastafari, put on your covenant. No care where you be in a society, or work, or rear, or take, put on your covenant.
Eventually, them have to accept it because you see all locked man in a parliament now. Eventually, them would have to accept it.
You understand me? But the thing is, the locked man in a parliament are they walking Rastafari.
No, but when I say the expression me I talk about is the expression of it.
Is the expression. But we need that one in parliament. That at this time, yo, love the expression. You express it, walk it now.
Yes.
Because at the time when we take on the expression muta, we walk it and been walking it.
Of course.
We don't take on the expression for fashion and nothing like that. We take on the expression of our conviction.
Yes.
But another thing me like is when you say Rastafari is not a religion.
You never that.
No, Rastafari need to understand it's not a religion. People, Rastafari, sister and brethren, may I tell you, listen to the man. It is not a religion, it's a walk. So you know what happened because we take it on a religion? Them take it on a religion. Them a follow the religion people them.
Of course.
And I sell out. Because that religion people them say it is written and that them no crucified in Jesus Christ. Then do that?
Yeah.
Real way because if you start look upon Rastafari as a religion, then right there so you automatically think just like the other religion them. Not gonna call any name, but you know, every religion is basically against another religion, which is not right. So Rastafari is a way of life, you know. It's just a walk, as what the lady said. It's a walk, it's a movement.
Rastafari need to realize that it's a movement. I'm glad you said that.
That is why it was formed. Olelado will say, against white supremacy and colonialism. Don't deal with don't worship the King of England. We have our own king. That's where it start from, you know.
Exactly.
Yes.
And when we come forward to this time, people mustn't take on the word right up, white up, precious and anything. We have to look beyond that. We have to look on spirit. So it's just like when you come and you say, boy, don't Europeans are all them the white people. I walk and I talk Rastafari. And believe you me, Muta, you know what's sad? None of them are walk it more than black people. More than Jamaican people.
I'm going to tell you that.
And that hurt me.
I'm going to go to a
certain
place in California.
Them there, that them need to stop it. And take on the walk. But twist it up. Me don't know. Me know I tell somebody because she off. Muta. It's not my position to do that.
Do that, yes, of course.
It's not my position to do that. But I think it's my position to just nudge me brethren them and sistering them and say, what a go on?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Just like you. That's what you've been doing over the years.
Yes.
Yeah, nudge them and say to them, yo, what a go on? Step up.
We have to move the time.
Yes, time run out and thing. And the last thing I want to say is that we need to unite as a nation, Jamaica.
Yes.
And you see when you go to vote and no money, you put on your finger upon a position.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say, third party can't win. Joke them a joke.
Yeah.
Don't buy into it. With them, all of them up there who are run need to present them position, and the Jamaican people need to be educated and make an educated decision.
Yeah, man.
Yeah? They said, love.
Irie. Yes, yeah.
Muta.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yes, Prophet.
Oh, you know, man?
I'm there. Well, I come like me miss one good part. I show that the little part of the organic food, but catch a little piece. Yeah, me catch a little piece. Then same thing I tell people, like, yeah, you know, people are that say, man, how Jamaican, when me hear people attack on the road, ask, how we get so much of them people up on the road there in Jamaica? It like homosexual me attack, right? And I said, why when they're young, well, them probably still there, but them in the closet. But
no, them
when they're younger.
Let me tell you something. Every community where me know used to have a gay guy in there now.
You know, me never see the uncle about.
Long a Ray Town, round Alman Town, Woodford Park, and people trouble them, you know, but them not stone them. Remember Sammy? The artist who used to paint for Glina. He used to sit down all out half a tree and a paint. Everybody knows him gay now, but nobody never trouble him. Them just mouth him.
When me go mobile, me see one of me call 7 keys. I mean, never know bush me living, you know, so it's much. But me I tell them now, say I make them out there.
Yeah. And
this man I just confirmed me a while ago. When I start my program, I remember the chemical where they, because if you notice, America
you write it down, man. Atrazine.
But America, but I think it's a different name, you know, and different chemical, you know. You know, if I round up, I think I round up. I round up them ban America.
Well, they not ban it, but they are so enough. They can't import. They import it, come along and round up.
Them ban it up there, and then they hold it for excess, so they can use this. I go and take it down here. And because them banning because the chemical in it, them start finding it in the ear, in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Find it in the ear where it never used to there before. And baby are born it in the umbilical cord, in the blood. Understand? And they must say, why too? Like the women we have estrogen, they give them overdose of estrogen, give them breast cancer and them something. And the man who have testosterone and a little bit of estrogen start get whole heap of estrogen now, cause imbalance and make you feel effeminate. You understand?
Yeah.
So me I tell them say I tweet down here because I then start I use. Me say, oh me I go plant food in a ground where me not see no worm I move. We not kill off the worm, them not kill off everything. Because worm help to till the soil underneath the ground. When me little bit of rainfall, no man, up your worm is to jump up out of ground and go to a place. No rainfall, no see nothing, no go mud. You see it. You turn over the side with the fork. No worm.
No life thing no there.
You know, say this a brother yeah, never bring up that topic you mentioned, this a mode to even realize. Because I no lie no. What day I me a dig down a little place around the back of my house and you know what say? Pan a real level, me no spot no worm at all in the ground. Like no worm me no see in the soil at all, not even one, not even a tad. And back then, when me used to go fishing and them thing there, me didn't even need to go far. Me just need to just root up a one stone and a worm that I run up and down and die stone everywhere. So there is something going on, and it's no joke. It's no joke. This is serious. Really serious too.
That means
flash and light too, you know. I mean, remember when we used to plant, when we have a bridging them a plant ital food, we have planted cabbage. When the cabbage come in, you look in there, you know, worm in there, we used to say worm in the thing, you know, I eat it, you know.
Then
when I eat the worm still, you know, what does I say? Worm in there, that means a good food.
When me go to farmer's market, you know, I mean, buy. If me no see it, what the liquor hold them in there, light up.
Them just,
you know,
some of them tight and them just clean and
tight,
smooth.
Tight
and
like that,
you know, there's something wrong with them cabbage there. You know, there's something wrong with them, man.
Music. The next thing, no, because remember, like, about 2 weeks ago, you see, when guys, you say, after the holiday, there, you head away, you know, you want to talk certain things, and the brethren still bring you on fire with the one, the flat earth, kind of thing. And but him did ask you, say, oh dear, oh night come, and all them things, right?
Yeah, Bridget called me from foreign, and I say, him laugh about half hour when the brother asked me the question.
But the explanation coming, and know if him still want why.
Tell him, you know, because
the
my brain did so out everything.
And I rotate, we are rotate around the sun, but the earth are rotate around the axis, right?
Axis, yeah.
It are rotate, yeah. Because when we talk about north and south and east, we really have two north, because you have the geographical north, like where you write up on the paper, to a 2 dimension. But really, at an angle about 20-something degree, I think, of the magnetic north. And that really do most things with the magnetism run. But the earth has spin around that. We have spin about, I think I must say about 11,000 miles. I know, around 11,000 or 1,100. 1,100 miles an hour or whatever. So, but we have spin anti-clockwise. So, but they are growing the sun at the same time. So, when the earth spin and you up on the backside around it, so when you face the sun, it must dark. It's a blackout, the sun ray, and you come around to it. That's why we have the timeline, the deadline.
The season there.
Yeah, well, the season have to do
the far and the
moon,
and the nearer, the far and near.
Yeah, at the moon.
Yeah, it's like you spin a record, and you warp it. It's like it go one side nearer to the center.
Yeah, because like we say, the earth is at an angle.
Yeah.
And it will go around the sun at an angle, at a way. So sometimes the top part closer, and when they go around the sun at one side, the other, the side down at the south closer. Because when we have winter up here, so a summer down there, so then down Argentina and everything. When a summer up here, so a winter down there. So. Because that's how you face to the sun, because we take 300 days to go around the sun.
Yeah.
But in a 24-hour, we face and come back to the sun through the earth that spins. So for the next couple of hours, you're up on the backside and you come around. And when you come around now, China see the sun before we. Because we're about 14 hours ahead of we. England, most people know England, they're 5 hours ahead. And they send up on daylight saving time. So the spin of the earth, the motion of the earth causes it. And when they talk about if we go around like trees, like when they say something about the movement or like the standstill business, kind of the old days and when things said the sun had grown we. But if you notice, if you drive on the road, tree now move. But if you are going, it look like a tree are come to you. So, and you go past it. So I see him here when we are spin, it look like the sun a pass we, but that we have a go around. If a man wants, he can stand up and light bulb in their house. And you start turn around. If you are turned to the left, you see the light bulb spin to the right. If you are turned to the right, the light bulb spin to the left.
Yeah, but you ever sit down in a bus, say to another bus, and the other bus will move, it come like you a move.
Yeah. Are you on a stop sign and you push brake like a rat?
Yeah, because I say, Or the car move.
You
And the
feel
other
like the
car
car
beside you move, you know.
Yeah, push brake to make sure something not run there.
Yeah.
But I just
Fascinating, man.
But me don't know how come they still with the flat earth business.
I don't know.
Columbus
Columbus still in the mid.
Look how much people fly around the world, start at one point and go around.
But people don't go up there, man. I'm going to take picture out down here, man.
Oh, you end up with the same point. Then claim say I lie them. Make up them there. I guess.
So Elon Musk and them name, they don't go up there. Them name, but not Elon Musk. Jobs, I know, them name again.
I mean.
For Amazon.
Yeah.
And the brother were old virgin. Them not go up there, man.
And them I try make them go on Mars.
Yeah, 10 minutes, them go up there and come back.
Yeah, that's no.
Yeah.
But if you go up high enough in a plane, well, because you have some place where you can take a trip and go up and you feel low gravity. The plane start dive with you start floating out here. You start floating out here.
And you start float.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. People take that into consideration. It's just a common sense.
But I know if they don't believe, say, satellite up there and thing, I take picture down here and them something there and the place. Because you can see the space station at night time.
Brethren, let me tell you something, man. I go to the planetarium in California, right? And them have one big telescope where you can look through. And brethren,
see the moon.
Oh gosh, man! You see every crater upon the moon.
And the mountain and everything.
You know, you can't see the thing. So it's like when you're looking at binoculars, look and you watch horse race, and the horse look like you can't touch it. You can't put your hand and catch your horse in front of you because the binoculars are so powerful. But it make everything come near. It's like glasses. People have glasses.
But even seeing regular binoculars, when the moon is certain type of full moon, the one where they close to it and make it look extra big. The blue moon. And you can use ordinary binoculars and go look to and can see.
Yeah, and get so near. It looks so near to you. It's just all going on because people feel, say, when them say sunrise and the sunset, and through like midday, the sun over here, them say, see the sun a move.
But
that is how people calculate them things. But that is how Columbus and them friend them used to calculate it until they make the voyage. When they make the voyage, they realize, but we not go, so we're not going to drop off of the earth. No dragon and thing no out there. It's because the earth a pull way, why we depend it? If you jump in that space, you jump, you know. When you jump, you come off of the earth, but it pull you back.
Not really, no up, down, not really. Then.
Yeah,
out,
and up and down, out. Even the language itself make you talk foolishness.
Well, you know, say, at how it them believe back in the day. And them language stay with
me. I forgive them for
and
that
people not really use the right terms nowadays. Only scientists then we use on terms, you know, and then if we understand. It's just like when you go to school, then teacher. When I'm a teacher, then teacher like basics like in the maths, 1 + 1 and so on, teacher for count and go and. Then you add by you learn later. You know, see, a whole heap of things, because knowledge not stay static, you know, knowledge change.
But
everything, information.
1 multiplied by 1 equal
what?
1. 1.
1.
2 multiplied by 2 give what?
And so that give 4.
And 3 multiplied by 3 give what?
9.
Then 1 multiplied by 1 still break go make a 1.
So 1, because that's the only square number will stay the same.
But multiply means
if you divide it by 1, you get the same.
Yeah, but if you multiply something, multiply the language itself, and the language matter about, you know. When you multiply something, it becomes more than the something you start with. You know, it's the language you matter about.
And so when things multiply.
1 and 1, and 2 to a 4, and if you say 10 tens, you get 100. I mean, like.
You just add, and I look what you do. You add 1 0. When you add 0 to nothing. When you add 0 to something, not
the language, man, the language catch me.
That's how you go. And another thing, when you say, the Bible say, chosen people, And I haven't chosen people, you know. I chosen family. Cause one family. A one man, 12 picnic.
12 picnic and one daughter, yeah.
Well, then everyone tell about them.
The chosen people because them get chosen for God this land with them thieves.
Because for them father tell them that. For them father and grandfather tell them that.
Yes. It's not no God. It's not no God tell them that.
Then them go down and come back and tell them that and get them because family get to believe and believe. You know, see as them go away and book up on another religion, another nation, then they start adapting ways and it cause problem.
Yeah.
And then they just take them and put at them in. One them can't beat, then join and take you and join it.
I kill them.
Yeah. But you know, she said that God appear murderer and thief and sitting him choosing a man who coveted a man's wife.
Drunkard.
And who coveted a man's wife and all that.
Yeah, man.
Look on David, eh?
A man of him own art. You know what I'm saying? David got own art. And oh gosh, man, that's some serious things. And never adapt them things. Watch how you adapt the man ways, Rasta. You have your own ways, you have to search for it. You know, we don't want
spirituality. Our African never got long time. And certain people have different ways to search for them spirituality.
Yeah.
Everybody have their way. Like you say, every culture.
Yeah,
when you add the whole political trappings now and you start to this and that with it, it's on religion.
Yeah, religion follow the colonizers. The colonized follow the colonizers' way. So the colonizers' way become the adopted way and the way how everyone's supposed to go if you are colonized. When you start to let go the colonizer, you start to recognize that you don't need the colonizer way to move forward.
Because it was designed for all you don't.
Yes. So the colonizer get a lick when we realize who we is. And then we start to define ourselves.
I'm getting them in a beat on Rasta, so. Because you take time I come out. Take time I come out tight and they try to bring out everybody else with it.
Yeah. I know some people know who would bring out people gone in night. Some people that say fireball. You know, Babylon, you see them are the most Babylonian and everything else. You know,
and look, I'm probably them too over the year with time about no Babylon because that's most of the knowledge where I come from. I see them Mesopotamia.
I've always said, but I will say born Rome, you know. But you say, when we take Babylon, we take on to itself an Israelite persona. In the Bible now, it usually say Babylon and this and Babylon and that, but it's really Rome. Babylon was one of the high scientific places.
Yes, but Babylon they beat them in a war, so they hate Babylon.
Yes,
they hate Assyria, and them. And yet still Assyria, which part then go find, then I didn't know the devil in the Bible. When God did create, you know, so no one create devil and hell. I say heaven and earth, you know, so no hell. You know, so no devil.
Yeah, never have no hell.
And way down in a Job, you say Satan
one
take time come in the Bible.
Yes.
And that's ain't come in the Bible. And everybody talk about Satan get through to heaven. And which party went there? In a heaven. God have one party, man.
And war broke out in heaven,
today.
Say. God war broke out in heaven.
But that's a revelation not come yet.
Yeah, I know, but I say, a Christian way, you know, war broke out in heaven. You know, them way they all kind of war broke out in heaven. Must see it, or must see it.
And when them tell me, say, you know, if you gamble, and God a gamble with Satan. So come Job getting a problem, you know. I bet him bet Satan, you know.
Yeah.
And get Job in a problem.
And but the thing where I see where the boy and him Netanyahu and him soldier them a use a part of the Bible talk about Amalek, where God tell Moses, say if we go into the Amalekites people them and kill the men, women, and children.
And cockroach too.
Yeah, that and this is I'm me go believe say God that tell people that was that.
Take everywhere.
Me believe. Say God, the creator of heaven and earth, the most compassionate and loving thing where I can come to.
Yeah.
tell a man say must go in a city and wipe out the picnic them, the
Just to take a land.
baby. For a piece of land, because you want to take away the land.
But that in it belong to Egypt when he make they kill firstborn them.
But everybody, the Egyptian them, firstborn.
And tell them say they must make the woman who work with the Egyptian them borrow them gold and jewelry and good clothes.
Yes.
And move with that. Take that and go. I tell them to rob and thief.
I tell you that, sir.
Wicked.
You have to open your mind, you know. For understand that thing there, you have to open your mind. You
Man.
just
How
type
old
up.
if you say, but let somebody else can't come. You know it is when they depend on wait for your hour. So.
Yeah, all right, sir. Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
It's fire. Yes, heal.
Muta.
You're blessed.
Wagwan.
Cutting edge.
Want big up, you know.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man, want big up, man. You want great media, man. You know?
All right, sir. Give thanks.
I love you, man. You ready to Muta?
Yeah.
But you might have a lock, so I'm not go back, you know.
You trim off your locks and you're not going back?
Go back, man.
Eh?
No, I'm not going to relax, man.
Okay. Well, I know you're
I'm
here,
a
man.
Rasta.
Are you head one?
Huh?
Are you head, you know?
You don't know. I mean, I eat every day, you know, when I chop up, you know.
Are you what?
I mean, I eat every day and chop up.
Oh,
Chop
yeah,
up,
yeah.
you know?
You tell me and tell me about it. So you didn't
Man, you're a
hospital.
great man, man. You make a reach the world, man.
You come out of hospital?
Yeah, man, I'm back on my feet now, you know. I don't want to come out of hospital Muta because I'm in for people, you know. But for myself.
Okay.
I'm in a sick leave if I come out of hospital. You understand?
Yeah.
So I come out and go and do a thing.
So
Have a
people
child,
didn't hear you when you did talk to me?
Eh?
People didn't hear you when you did talk to me about
Man,
the hospital?
our church people, everybody come combine, man. Listen,
yeah?
Muta, man. We go Muta talk about the thing, man. I love how you talk about the thing, too. Vans just passed, everybody has seen me in the street and tell me, say, yo, yeah, me here for Muta, I like how Muta go on, you know? I like how Muta put the gospel, you know?
Yeah. Well, me give thanks for you, say you come out still.
But you like to know Muta, I not go to relax, you know, so you think about that.
Me not think about it, no, your head, man.
Okay.
Well, you want me to start think about your head? Wait, hold on.
That's amazing, you know?
You want me to think about your head? Me have too much
No,
things to
man,
think
but
about
you
you
talk
now.
about like lifestyle and identity, you
No,
know?
I don't care what you want to do. If you want to cut off your head, that is your business.
So they talk about identity of the Rasta.
As long as you don't cut off your head in my yard or near me. Do anything what you want to do with your head or your ear, brethren. Or your head and your ear.
All right.
All right, sir.
Big up yourself, Muta.
Yeah, man. Iron man.
Big up, umbrella, could you? My name. My name, Shane.
Shane him there. You remember, you call the man hombre.
Yeah, man, Shane. I want great, natural.
Great brethren, man. Don't say brethren, no, man.
Yeah, brethren, yeah.
Yeah,
so you know, I'm big up the police that came go answer. Then police.
You don't have no name for them. Call them name, no, man.
I remember their name, but remember that to every my name. Big up Mr. McFarlane. McFarlane name in the water.
Who you big up? The McFarlane, the police are you, McFarlane? Who you big up? McFarlane, the police?
Big up one Dr. McFarlane of the Linstead.
Oh, the doctor, all right, sir.
Yeah, that big up one Dr. the police town, all of them, and the nurse them, and the porter them, and the word them.
All right, sir. Give thanks.
Muta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, man, look.
All right.
Muta.
Yes.
Miss out on some of the programs. We just catch a little bit of the people in St. Thomas, but you know what, me call from movie, and before me say anything else, me must say this. You see the park where them build a movie, Muta?
Which one is the park, them?
Is it Harmony Park?
Okay,
where the right out of the name.
Yeah.
There is nothing there for people for pedestrians to walk go across the park. Muta, you have to risk your life and wait till the future.
Run, go across the road.
I only RFM listen to, so if anybody talk about it, me don't know because I only RFM listen.
Yeah.
You get me? So if nobody else talk about it, me don't know.
No, yeah.
Right, and that is crazy. As you would have said, crazy. And then no Muta, the other thing I want to say. I mean, big up your big up RFM every time. Listen, you can't stop this size. Muta, you see, you make me wise up, you know. Because if you come on by Arabic and listen, and you make me wise up. Even though I did figure out certain things, I say about Muta, everything where they have in Jamaica now, whether I good or bad, you did don't talk about already on RFM. Muta, you talk about the plastic box them, the plastic backer them. You talk about the food them, the drinks them. Muta, I don't know what else where you left your talk. You ain't don't talk about everything already. Muta, enough time here you talk about the round-up. And it banned in some other country and it's still there, Jamaica. You know, so one time before, one long time, I buy a piece of property. And mom, I say, Muta, me used to go buy the round-up. And one day, my auntie me say, do not use that thing because when you use it, it's giving the soil cancer. And anything you plant on that soil, that is what it is. And I say, Muta, I'm going to tell you. Plant that me dash all this spray pan, you know, spray my place again. So a long time they talk about the round up and all of them chemicals in the motor. And so you how me listen you. Enough things me stop eat and drink. I'm realizing me hate you and me feel better. So a long time they talk enough things and guess what they used to say you're mad man. Then talk all kind of things about you. When you talk about Christianity, the Bible, people have all type of things to say. More time I go say something where they puzzle me until kill it. Me can't see when a person kill us 5 man out there for motor. And you got in a church and I say you repent and ask forgiveness for your sin.
I don't know what about that thing at all.
What I'm saying, people you feel.
When the Ian Bowen, you know, I say Ian Bowen, I see have a man on the TV where I admit say him used to kill people and them something there and him repent now. How that work out? Because I don't know how that work out.
I mean, every day me ask a question, all Christian me they ask. Me don't know how that work out, but so how many people in family where they suffer.
That may I ask them too. That may I ask them, I say, we don't know. If your family get murdered and them not catch a man who do it, and you see him on TV and talk about him turn Christian, and you know say he murder, how that go?
And he repent and he gets saved. What kind of man is that?
Save him, no water save him, man. Get him in a water.
Water, wash out dirt up of people, me always say, and I me brother always talk about him. What I mean, I understand this.
Yeah, listen to me too hard.
The brain, every day me talk about it, every day me not understand. You say, you look how in Jamaica again, and not only Jamaica, in this world, come in trouble. Muta, you see the best grown land them, everywhere you look, a church. And nowadays, church is a business, Muta, 24/7, somebody keep church and waiting to do that for. If you collect the money.
Money, yes.
Profitable. And Muta, the other thing again, people, you start read Bible a long time, you know, can't hear one now. Me never see no way in the Bible talk nothing good about woman. Me can't recall, never see no way in the talk nothing good about no woman.
Well, if you want to Mary, but them never talk good about Mary because them say she never have sex and she have picnic.
Exactly. So me can't certain
you
things
tell the Lord come in upon her.
Supposed to me, brother, supposed to me for serious. Yes, so me have to listen. All the things I get see, if me just see, me have to listen on the internet the next year. So when we find the time, we can listen because you be home, me don't want me to nothing from cable phone or for your show. And you see, I really talk about motor family, like a picnic that going on. Me the admire Rastafarian family like about 9 years old. We start admire Rastafarian because motor, every type of lifestyle we used to come in, it's because of Rasta.
Yes.
I mean, if it's a good lifestyle, because of Rasta motor. Remember me tell you, because the family small, me say Rasta, they do the right upbringing, then talk the right things, them everything.
We try our best.
We try, of course.
Get persecuted feet, but we try our best.
All right, me I tell you, because look how them persecute Rasta for ganja motor. And nobody never get persecuted for cigarette or rum. You notice how them promote
them kill more people than ganja.
And some motor, the people them say them are Christian and they love God and God provide it. Are them fight against ganja, you know? People are Christian. If you are they said we're Christian and you smoke ganja, more than discriminate you.
Yes. And them say the wine of the blood of Jesus and then drink it in a church.
All right. And if you think you're messing with one Christian, the blood of Jesus is against me. More than one time, one woman said me say the blood of Jesus is against me. I can't talk what I tell her. I can't talk what I tell her. Say over the year.
No, tell her. Me have to give
it to her. You say me have to give it to her. Yeah, me no want none of them confront me about blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of... Most of them irritate me.
Yeah.
Only thing they do, they irritate me, Mota. But me I tell you, say, Mota, me have to big up you, me have to big up Cabo, me big up everything for Area FM. Me have to listen, me no want nothing past me.
All right,
me
Mama,
have to listen to everything. Yes, Mota, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, Irie.